Ken Jennings has told off a Jeopardy fan who wasn't fully buying a clue from Friday's episode. The viewer took issue with a rhyming category that asked for 2 words they said didn't rhyme. Returning champ Ben Chan faced Greg Chaya, a cardiologist for the U.S. Navy from San Diego, California, and Carrie Elsola, a grant strategy consultant from Cleveland Heights, Ohio. The category, potent potable rhyme time, required sets of 2 words, one an alcoholic beverage, that rhymed. The clue for $200 red, rice wine for the guy who rides a racehorse. Carrie guessed, what is, sake and jockey, and was ruled correct. Multiple Jeopardy! Viewers, however, posted they didn't feel jockey and the famed Japanese beverage necessarily did rhyme here. They don't rhyme. One Reddit user wrote, does literally anybody pronounce sake to rhyme with jockey? Another wrote, I've heard sahki and sakki as well, but to my ears, the A in sake and the O in jockey make distinctly different sounds. A third replied, I'm okay with the A/O making more or less the same sound, but yeah, the E and EY definitely don't. A fourth defended, the answer is probably yes, they rhyme, but I will grumble nonetheless. At least the clue was worth only $200. Over on Twitter, one fan wrote, hey, at Jeopardy, sake and jockey do not rhyme. Buy a dictionary. Another fan tweeted, dear at Jeopardy writers, sake and jockey are not rhyming words. Pissed at Ken Jennings too. At that point, Ken, 48, heeded the call and responded, I am once again asking Americans to buy a dictionary. He shared a screenshot of Webster's dictionary showing that sake is an accepted variant of pronunciation. Love when English changes foreign words, I guess, the fan wrote back. Ken disputed, yeah, I'm always mad when people say the S in Paris. Shameful. Ben wound up winning his 3rd episode with $69,001 total. He pulled out of the game show and did not compete on Monday, having contracted COVID-19. In a rare occurrence, there were 3 new contestants instead, and he will be returning as the reigning champ, of 2 out of a technicality, on May 15th's episode. Ken's Twitter fingers. Meanwhile, as Ken implied, it's not the first time he's pulled out the dictionary on Twitter to clap back regarding a clue. On March 22's episode, a daily double under the category Apply the Rainbow read. The highest point in South Carolina, the 3,500-foot Sassafras Mountain, is part of this Appalachian range. The desired response was the Blue Ridge Mountains. A fan was bothered by Ken's oration and one tweeted his way, how many times, at Ken Jennings? How many times? Hashtag say it right, hashtag applatc hun. Ken tweeted back, you guys lost the war and now the North writes the dictionaries. He then linked to Webster's dictionary which backed up his claim. He said the mountain range correctly, Appalachian. Many of Ken's followers felt that even if Ken was in the right, he went a little further than called for in his reply. Oh Ken, that's actually kinda icky, bro, one user responded to him. Literally has nothing to do with the Confederacy, you best delete this Ken. Lost a lot of respect for you on this one, wrote a second. Not only is this take moronic, it's also condescending as hell, wrote a third. Ken also recently tweeted at a rowdy fan who said they wish that Alan Buzzy Cohen had gotten the hosting gig with a shocking now deleted insult. Maybe Buzzy can come over to your house and attend to your wife? In a world where the word of the day can quickly go from thrilling to contentious, few can handle the heat like Ken Jennings, the iconic Jeopardy host. For years. It all began innocently enough. The clue, tucked within the category famous landmarks, appeared on the Jeopardy board. This towering structure in Paris, which was once considered controversial, stands over 1,000 feet tall. The correct response, of course, was what is the Eiffel Tower? However, the drama arose when Jennings, as the show's host, seemed to stumble over the word controversial while reading the clue aloud. A few fans quickly jumped to Twitter, accusing the longtime quizmaster of botching the phrasing, taking particular issue with how he pronounced controversial or, more specifically, how they perceived his delivery of the clue. That's not how you pronounce controversial, one irate viewer tweeted. Ken Jennings really messed this one up. Maybe he should stick to trivia and leave the vocabulary to the experts. Another social media user chimed in, Ken Jennings is supposed to be a Jeopardy champion, yet he can't even get his words right on air. How does he get a pass? The online firestorm grew, with hundreds of tweets attacking Jennings for what was perceived as a minor mistake. But, as always, there were defenders of the legendary host. Can we please stop nitpicking every word Ken Jennings says? He's Ken Jennings for a reason, one user said in his defense, earning thousands of retweets. And that's when the situation truly escalated. Ken Jennings, known for his quick wit and occasional sarcasm, did not take kindly to the criticism. In a bold move that would make even the boldest Jeopardy contestant hesitate, he responded directly to one of his detractors, who had tweeted, Ken Jennings should buy a dictionary before hosting Jeopardy again. In his now iconic response, Jennings fired back, maybe you should buy a dictionary. The tweet went viral almost instantly, igniting debates, memes, and discussions across the internet. While the tweet may have been lighthearted and somewhat tongue-in-cheek, it quickly became a symbol of Jennings' no-nonsense attitude toward the trolls and critics. A statement of defiance, a reminder that even the sharpest minds can have moments of vulnerability. After all, Jeopardy had been Jennings' domain for years, and he wasn't about to let a single misstep ruin his legacy. Within minutes of the tweet, fans of Jennings, many of whom were supporters from his time as a record-breaking contestant on Jeopardy, rallied around him. I think people forget that Ken is a Jeopardy champion, not a pronunciation expert, one fan tweeted, with another adding, Ken Jennings is one of the smartest guys around, and people are nitpicking him for one word? Get over it. But the drama didn't stop there. The critics who had started the fire weren't ready to back down. Some of the more vocally upset fans flooded the comments section of Jennings' tweet with responses that ranged from sarcastic to genuinely upset. You think we all need a dictionary? One user wrote. Maybe you need a sense of humility. Another added, Ken, you can't just brush this off. If you're a public figure, you need to get your words right. People are watching you. The clash between Jennings and his critics continued into the weekend, gaining more traction as late-night talk shows and entertainment pundits weighed in on the situation. Was this a classic case of someone taking a trivial moment too seriously, or was there merit in questioning the way a host interacted with the audience? The Jeopardy fanbase, generally known for their love of knowledge and trivia, was deeply divided. Some viewers felt that Jennings' response was an appropriate display of self-confidence, while others believed that his reply came off as condescending and unprofessional.